I live in downtown Indianapolis. I chose to live downtown because I don't drive a car, and so I wanted to be able to walk to work, walk to stores, walk to restaurants, things like that, and be able to get around independently. And so I really like being in a place where there are sidewalks. I grew up in the suburbs of Indianapolis, within the city, but in a neighborhood where you could walk around the neighborhood, but you couldn't really walk to the grocery store or anything like that. There were no sidewalks to get there. Downtown has done a pretty good job of making it accessible. I can get to most places. I live on Mass Ave, which is unfortunately probably one of the least accessible streets in downtown, and it's just because it's an older area. There are a lot of older buildings that have been built up steps and things, and so it's been a little bit of a challenge in visiting some of the stores. A lot of them have found ways to make it accessible through a back entrance, things like that. I've discovered that I can get into most of the places that I thought were inaccessible, but they've gotten around it. There are small barriers that are still a problem, rickety ramps for, portable ramps that some places provide, or a bump to get in the door that's 2 inches tall, and so it's a challenge. But I've noticed that the stores and restaurants have made an effort to become accessible, even though the architecture is not ideally designed for it. There's a grocery store, about 2 blocks from where I live, and I can just walk to it if I want, or there's several others around that other people have to drive to. That's the one really nice thing about being in the downtown area, is that there's all the services that you need. There's a doctor not too far. There's grocery stores, a pharmacy. There's just all those things are within walking distance. I would say that there are areas of downtown that are currently pretty inaccessible. There's a store on Mass Ave that, as I said, it has a 2-inch bump to get into it. My chair can do it, but it jerks my head around. It's very difficult, and so I find myself passing that store up. I might want to shop there, but it's just really not all that welcoming to a person in a wheelchair. And so I decide I'll go somewhere else to do my shopping because it's just easier. My favorite thing downtown right now is the cultural trail, actually. Whenever I can walk down a route that's on the cultural trail rather than another route down the sidewalks, I take that because the curb cuts are so smooth. I don't feel like I'm bumping along the whole time, hitting bumps and, trying to weave in and out of narrow areas. It's just a wide, flat plane that can get me anywhere in downtown. It's been really nice being able to go that way. I feel like I tend to take the bicycle side of the cultural trail, which I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to be on the pedestrian side, but the pedestrian side wasn't designed with wheels in mind. It was designed with feet, and the bicycle side is much smoother for my wheels, and so I just stay on that side of it, and it's a smooth ride the whole way. So that's been an excellent way to get around. I have a service dog named Duke, who I've had for 7 years, and he walks around downtown with me. He is very helpful in opening automatic doors for me. If there's a button, a lot of times, unfortunately, they're sort of out of my reach. I think that they put the buttons at the height that the law said, which is about 4 feet up, which is not typically the right height for a person sitting down. And so he goes up on the wall and will allow me to get into a building, to my office, to other meetings that I go to. I haven't tried to take him on public transportation. I think it would be okay. I think they've sort of gotten used to the idea that service dogs ride public transportation, but I know that would be a challenge for him. He's pretty good at getting around the city himself. He's used to the walk about town. We walk about 3 blocks to work, so that's how he gets his exercise as well. There's a park right across from my office, and so it's helpful midday when we leave work for a potty stop. We don't have to walk very far to get to a place for him to go to the bathroom. Applaud the city for the fact that I feel like they're really making strides and making downtown a more exciting, vibrant place. I know this weekend they're going to have an ice skating rink outside downtown. Things like that I don't think were happening when I was younger are going on. The Super Bowl really brought a lot of excitement to the city, and I think they've turned it into something that's going to last with street festivals and things like that. And I think that those make it a livable community for everybody, for people with disabilities, without disabilities. It's just makes the area more exciting, more inviting, and I think that's been a wonderful addition.